Good morning, students. Today our topic is Python Pandas data frame, and in this lecture we are going to discuss two important functions of a data frame. These are pipe function and apply map function. Both are the same, almost apply and apply map, and there is a little bit difference. So we will check what is the difference between apply and apply map. And most of the time in examination this is asked that what is the difference between apply and apply map function. So let us start from a pipe function. As the name suggests, pipe function. So what is the meaning of pipe function? What is the use of pipe function here? The computer processing pipe is a technique of passing information from one program and one program process to another, where one command or function is output result is taken as the input for another command or function. That is the role of pipe function. It means if there are two functions, then there is a certain output of function 1, then this output becomes the input for the second function. That is the use of the pipe function. You can easily see that there is a diagram here. That is the command 1 which is executed, and it gives you a certain result, and that result is basically the input for the second command. And after that, final result will be, we get a final result. For example, if you want to calculate the power of a particular number, okay, but before calculating the power of a given number, you have to calculate its square root. Okay, then we follow this process. First of all, square root will be calculated. After that, whenever you find the square root of that given number, that square root of a number is the input of second function, and we can use power function to calculate the power of that number. So basically, see the logic here. Power sqrt n. So first of all, sqrt, you have to calculate. Sqrt refers for square root, so square root will be taken out, and after that square of that number will be calculated. So overall we find that number which we insert into square root function, or which we given as a parameter value in the square root function. That doesn't matter. Here our focus is to how a pipe function works here. So you can see that pipe function output of a output of a first function becomes the input of a second function. That is the role of the pipe function. Now you can easily see that the functioning, you have to calculate that power square root and 2, and to calculate this, first of all you have to calculate the square root. Here you can easily see that. Okay, and after that only you can calculate the power you can able to calculate the power of that given number. And this is a sandwich style of a function. You can see, you also know the rule of BODMAS, in which bracket is to be solved first. So when there are more than one functions, the inner bracket is to be solved first, and you can see that first of all this sqrt will be calculated. Okay, then power function, then division, and then finally add. So there is a particular order, and you can easily perform this task using pipe function. Here we just discuss it using manually. We can do it manually, but using power function it becomes very easy to implement. So that is the role use of pipe function. Okay, so the piping of a function through pipe basically means the chaining of a function in order they are executed. That is the basic use of pipe function. They are chaining of different function. It means there are different functions given in your program or in a problem, and you want to execute all of them in a particular order in such a way that the output of a function is to become the input of second function. So for that purpose you can use pipe method. So let us take an example again. You can see that this is our problem, and order are also given here. First of all, square root will be calculated. After that, power function plays its role. After that, div division, and after that add. And so there are 4 different functions. df is the name of data frame here. So that will be calculated according to that order. So it looks very complicated, and using pipe function we can write it as given on screen, and it looks very easy. You can easily see that. First of all, obviously square root will be calculated, so just use a pipe function and then square root dot n, and then after you have to calculate the power. So just dot pipe power comma 2 is the parameter value, means raised power 2. Then pipe division 3, it means at third priority division will be there, and at last addition will be there, means the 100 will be added to that number. Okay, so that is the second method, or we can say that we can use both of them in our program, but because this looks very complicated, so we can use pipe function. And there are 2 advantages of pipe function. First of all, it is easy to implement, easy to understand, and second thing is there is a particular sequence given in a pipe function. You know that if there is a condition in a program in such a way that the output of a function becomes the input of a second function, then you can use pipe function. So here is the program, you can easily see that. So it has 2 parameters in it. First of all, FENC means function's name to be applied on the data frame with the provided argument, and argument is a trivial, optional and possible argument passed into functions. Okay, now you can see here multiply, pipe function example 1, function add followed by multiply applied to the data frame. So there is a data frame here, you can easily see that. Okay, this is a data frame here, and in this data frame if you want to calculate multiply, then just write np dot multiply and multiply the whole table, all data frame self dot df, and then perform addition operator, addition function also. So self df dot add 30 will be added to each and every value of sal underscore df data frame. Okay, then power of 3 will be there. It means every value we take cube of every value after adding 30. So that is the command given here, and using pipe function you can easily implement this. Just write name of the data frame, then just write pipe np dot add. Here np is the alternative name given to Python numpy, because here we use different functions related, different methods related to numpy library. So we have to use the name of the library. We can use numpy directly, or if, there is also a possibility that we give an alternative name to that library. In this case it is np, so just write np in place of numpy. After that put dot operator, and that after name of the method. So you can easily write it as given on screen. So first of all, self underscore df is the name of the data frame. After that pipe function, then np then dot add, then the np dot add 30, so 30 will be added to each and every value of self underscore df data frame. And after that pipe function, it means when 30 will be added to each and every value, then we have to take the cube of each and every value, so that pipe dot np dot multiply 3 will be there. Okay, so that is the final answer. After this, nan here represent a naughty number. If there is there is no value given, then nan will be there in your output. Now I think it is quite clear to all of you. Okay, first of all, let us take a quick revision of this. Here there are two possibilities. We can perform this function, we can perform this task using pipe function as in second case, and without using pipe function as in first case. But in first case, it is difficult to identify which functions implement first or which function implement later on. So we use pipe function most of the time to distinguish between different functions, that which function implement first and which function implement later on. So there is a sequence of different functions, and second and the most important condition is that we apply pipe function only when the output of a function becomes the input of a second function. Here you can easily see that when we add each and every value of a data frame, we can add 30 to each and every value of a data frame. After that, whatever we get the data frame, then each and every value of that data frame at that point of time should be taken as a power of 3. Okay, so that operation will be only performed, can be only successfully performed or easily implemented using pipe function. Here we can use also this function, we also can use this function, but in this function, basically in this method, when different functions are given, or we can say that nested functions are given, then it looks a little bit complicated to understand, and using pipe function it looks very easy to implement. So that is the use of the pipe function. Pipe means the output of second function is the input of the output of the first function is the input of the second function. So there is a sequence of different functions in which one function provides the input for the second function. Whatever be the output of a first function is the input of a second function, becomes the input of a second function. Okay, that is the concept of a pipe function. So it is easy to implement. Just write pipe function, after that give the name of the function and put dot operator, then pipe. So there is a sequence of different functions. This gives you a clear cut idea about which function is going to be executed first and which function is going to be executed later on or at last. So that is the concept of a pipe function. Now there is another again example here. An example says that function add followed by multiply followed by sqrt and floor applied on a data frame. Both numpy and pandas libraries are imported here. Okay, so that is a data frame here, and first of all you can easily see that use of a pipe function. Pipe np dot add comma 30. Np is a name of alternative name given to Python numpy library. Then Python np dot multiply is there, then Python np dot sqrt, then Python np dot flow. So this gives you a clear cut idea. First of all, 30 will be added to each and every value of a data frame. After that, whatever we get the data frame, that value is multiplied by 3. It means each and every value of that data frame will be multiplied by 3. After that, we get a data frame, and that data frame square root of each and every value should be taken out, and after that we get a data frame. That data frame floor division operation is there. Okay, so that is there is a sequence of different operations in which the output of a function becomes the input of a second function. Okay, and you can do it as manually, you can write it as in a nested form. So in this you can easily see that the inner parenthesis will be solved first, and then second inner, and then third, and then last. So we go into a sequence, inner to outer. is the movement of inner to outer functions in the forms of inner to outer functions form. So this is all about pipe function. I hope now you are able to understand the concept. So try it on your system using Anaconda, Python Anaconda, because both libraries are available. Basic functions are available there because in basic software Python 3.3 or Python 3.7, whatever it is, Python 3.x, these libraries are not there, and you cannot able to make these programs. So just write this program into your Python Anaconda. First of all, create a data frame. How to create a data frame is already discussed in our previous lecture, and in this lecture we are discussing about some functions related to Python data frame. Pipe is one of them, okay, and you can easily see that there are different functions: add, multiply, sqrt. These are the functions related to NumPy, and NumPy is now not the part of your syllabus. It doesn't mean that we need not to study about the NumPy, because different functions of the NumPy are used in data frame. So you should aware of what are the functions of NumPy, because all these functions are implemented, as you can see here, are implemented here in data frame. So just take a quick revision of the NumPy and NumPy functions, and after that just go to the data frame and apply these data based on NumPy in your data, in your Python pandas data frame concept. Okay, so according to new syllabus, some topics are reduced and some new topics are introduced, and here this is a revision too. So here I'll just focus about some important topics only. Pipe is one of them. So after the creation of the data frame, we discuss the pipe functions and apply and apply map function here. Next is apply and apply map function. Both looks like the same, and most of the time the difference will be asked in your examination. What is the difference between apply and apply map function, and you should be aware of the fact that what is the difference between apply and apply map function. So let us take its points one by one. As you can see on the screen, apply and apply map functions under one heading. This is done a purpose. Their combined discussion will help you to understand both these functions. Both apply and apply map functions apply the function's whole name is passed as its argument. So first of all, the difference is marked in point here. You can easily see that these are the points here. Apply and apply map function. Okay. So apply is a series function and apply is an element function. That is the basic difference between apply and apply map function. If you want to give an answer in one line, then just write apply function is a series function and apply map function is an element function. It means that apply function works on a particular series, a particular part of a data frame only, but apply map function actually works on each and every element of a data frame. Okay, that is a basic difference between apply and apply map function. We can easily see that using diagram, difference between these two, using some numericals. First, as far as theoretical discussion is concerned, so apply is a series function and apply map is an element function. It means each and every value, apply map function works on each and every value of a data frame or each and every element of a data frame, while apply function works on each and every apply function works on a series or a part of a data frame. And here is you can see the syntax of apply function. Data give the first of all give the name of the data frame, after that put apply and then function name. Here the function is a series function and by default axis is 0. It means row wise, calculation is done by row wise, and you can see here that these are the parameters here. So the data frame, so the function is to be applied on a series inside the data frame on rows and columns. It should be a function that works with series and similar objects. So this basically works on a series. Okay, and x is 0 and 1. So 0, 1 default 0, x is along with the function is applied, and if x is 0, or index function is applied on each column. If x is equal to 1, or column function is applied on each row. The syntax of the apply map function is given here. Dataframe.applyMap.function name, here function name is the function to be called, and it should be function that works on a single value. Remember that function name is part of both apply and apply map, but here when we use apply map function should be such kind of that it should be work on a single value, and in apply map function should be a series function. That is the basic requirement of using function apply and apply map function. Next, now you can see here, this is a data frame here, self underscore df. 4 columns are there, 2016, 17, 18 and 19. Okay, and 4 rows are also there, qtr1, qtr2, qtr3, qtr4, and this is the data regarding to that data frame. And here you can easily see that nan is there. Here nan means not a number, so there is no value regarding to this location of cell. Now if you are to if you want to find out, so now if you want to find out mean, then just use apply function here, then name of the data frame, that is self underscore df, then apply dot operator, and then apply, and then name of the series function. Here name of the series function is mean, which take the mean value, or which take calculate the average of a series here. So you can see that 2016, 2017, 2018 and 2019 are there. Okay, and mean of these values regarding to qtr1, qtr2, qtr3, it means row wise along axis 0, mean is there. And here written as data type float 16, that is an extra statement that will be printed, so that which tells you the data type of the data frame. So main point is, for the same function np.mean, the apply returns single value per column, single value per column. These are the 4 different columns, and here we use mean function, and mean is a series function, always remember that. So by default x is 0, so along axis 0 it means row wise, along axis 0, so there is a mean for all of these. Wait a minute, okay, now so mean of all these 4 values will be printed on a screen, and by default axis is 0. Okay, and when we take apply map function and just write self df.apply, then np.mean, here we take mean function again, but we change here the name of the function, and we take name of the function is apply map. Then according to the definition of the apply map function basically works on each and every individual value of a data frame. So it will take the mean of each and every value of a data frame, and if we take a mean of a single value, then it is the same value. It means input or output both are the same in that case, because there is only single values. The value, so mean of a single value is that value. So I think so in that case, such like that 34,500, mean of 34,500 is 34,500 here. 0.0 is because of float, because it also is written the value in terms of float, so 34,500 is there. And where there is nan, so nan will not be affected by this map function. So that is the basic difference between apply and apply map function. The main point is, when you apply apply function, then it works on the basis of series. Just in this case 2016 is a series, 2017 is a series, 2018 is a series, 2019 is a series, and these 4 series will make a data frame. So when we apply a function in using apply, we pass a function using apply, and then it will calculate the result according to the series given in that data frame. Okay, and when you apply and when you pass a function with an apply map, then it will take it will gives you a result according to the each and every value given in the data frame. So that function should be applied to each and every value of the data frame. Here mean is applied to each and every value of the data frame. And always remember that mean are defined in NumPy library. So you should import NumPy library first and then just write np.mean to use this method or function. Now is another example here. You can easily see that this is actually the calculations okay, implementation column wise and complete implementation, that is the use of apply map here and apply here. So the basic difference is when you use apply function is when you use apply, then it will gives you the result row wise, it gives you a result series wise, and when you work on apply map function, that it will give you a result calculated on each and every value of our data frame. Next there is another question is in mind: are we capable to change the axis? So answer is yes. By default they are series wise, and if we change the axis, then there is only two possibilities: either the value of x is 0 and 1. So here we change the value of x is equal to 1 here. So you can easily see that. Then now again mean is to be calculated, but now here in this case, okay, wait a minute, now the mean of all these four values will be calculated. It means along axis 1. Okay, that is the difference between these two, axis 0 and axis 1. And there is an important point given in your book, that apply function will apply the function on individual column or rows only if the passed function name is a series function. If you pass a single value function, then apply will behaves like a apply map. That is another important point. If you pass a single value function, then apply function will behave like a apply map. So apply and apply map function both behaves like a same manner when there is a single value function, not a series function. You can see in this case CUM, it is basically cumulative sum. So when you use a function like cumulative sum here, which is actually is a single value function, okay, so result of both are same. You can easily see that result of both are same, there is no change at all. So to use apply function, you should use series function. If you use a single valued function, then there is no difference in terms of apply and apply map function. Here again you can easily see that a single value function sqrt is there, no difference is there. You can easily see that all values are same, and you can see that the result of the both apply and apply map function is same in the above cases. So this is all about of apply map function and pipe function. I hope now you are able to understand the difference between apply and apply map function and the functionality of pipe function. Thanks for watching this video.